Hey Felipe, I just saw the thing on Facebook and I just had to make a video. Like, I know you said don't respond and stuff like that, but fuck it, I'm still responding because, like, I know you might hear this a lot, I don't know, but I was literally exactly thinking those same thoughts, those exact same thoughts. I was like, holy shit, this is me a year ago. It's incredible, like to the T. I remember hating myself. And you know what? So many people, so many wonderful, sensitive, valuable people, feel the deepest suffering. I was suffering so much, and I was like, why? Why am I suffering so much? It's unfair, and I just hated myself. I just hated myself, and everything was wrong. Every single thing was wrong. I know what that feels like. That's like hell. It was hell. I was in hell a year ago. It was so intensely crazy. But you know what? You know what? From the outside view, my life hasn't really changed very much. My life still is, the same as it was a year ago. The only thing that is different is I'm different. Inside me is different. My life around me is pretty much the same. My life inside is much, much different. And I'll tell you who else experienced extreme suffering like that. Actually, is Eckhart Tolle. He tells a story about just one night he couldn't sleep because his mind was keeping him awake with horrible thoughts about himself, probably, he just came to a breaking point, and he's like, I just fucking can't live with myself anymore. Like, I just can't live with this person, this who I am, Just hated himself. And he said that was like the realization that kind of led him down the path of being in the present moment. And I know, there is so much, there is a lot of lingo, I guess, out there, and spiritual jargon out there, and I feel like in some aspects it's made things more flippant. I don't know, maybe I'm just a serious person, but I like things to be sacred. And so, a lot of times when I'm talking, I find myself saying some spiritual jargon, but I'm feeling it much deeper than I think the words are carrying. I don't know if you probably understand what I mean. And anyway, Eckhart Tolle said, and I completely agree, that suffering is most people's greatest teacher. And it actually was when, the lesson that I learned about suffering is when I learned that I don't need to suffer anymore. I was just thinking about suffering and what it has to teach me. And I was just thinking about that. You have a great mind. I have watched your videos, and I'm not saying that I know you personally, but regardless, you're charismatic. I'm not trying to just throw a bunch of compliments at you to make you feel good, but honestly, I know that we try to put our best face on videos. I'm trying to make the lighting pretty good because I got a haircut today. I'm not too sure about it and stuff. So, we all try to show our best on camera, but regardless, the truth of us still shines through. You said that you hid it pretty well in your latest videos, that you were unhappy and stuff. No, you didn't. Not to me, because I can recognize what I've experienced, and I've experienced that. I could just, even if it was on a video, I could just feel the tension, just the tenseness. I understand that. I understand. And I totally recognize that in you in the last few videos, and I was like, oh man, yeah, I totally understand it. And so I care about you, Might not know you personally, but I know that you were the reason I got into making videos, actually. I remember I was like just kind of spiritually awakening after it was like 2 years or so, no, like a year or so after I left my ex, and I had forgiven him. And right when I had forgiven him, my spiritual growth just slingshotted. And I was researching Drumvalo Melchizedek, and I watched his Flower of Life video. It's like 4 hours, I think. And I was just like, I remember staying up so late. I know I'm getting off topic, but I remember staying up so late till like 3 or 4 in the morning, because I started his Flower of Life video and I couldn't finish it. And anyway, after watching one of his videos, I saw on the little thing there, I saw your video, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know other people made videos at this point. I was new to YouTube, and I was just like, oh yeah, like just like people doing talks and stuff. I didn't know personal people actually did that, and I was like, well, it looks like a personal video, and wow, that guy's hot. I'm just gonna click that. And you're talking about this awesome shit, and I was like, whoa, enlightened hot guys on the internet, holy shit. And yeah, it was just so, like, you know, even though I don't know you personally, I still care about you. So, okay, back to the anxiety. It will go away. It will, basically, I went to a counselor because I was like, I'm fucking losing my mind. I have kids and I can't do that. So I was like, I need to go to counseling because I'm going crazy. I felt like I was fucking unraveling. Just could not handle my shit. Woke up every morning just hating myself. Oh, and I'm so good at hating myself. Holy shit. Just, I don't know. I don't know how much you hate yourself, but I hated myself a lot. I was like, I'm just a piece of fucking garbage. I totally friggin' understand. And I remember, this is why I love my dog so much. You know, if you have an animal, or just go out into nature and fucking find an animal or something like that, or just, I don't know, ask the Creator to bring you the experience of unconditional love, because I got that dog. She was a stray. I got her in November, and it was around that time where I was like going crazy kind of, and all this stuff just like anxiety seized my heart, and I couldn't feel anymore. And anyway, the story about Juno was like, I remember sitting outside on the step, and just, I was so irritable, so I was fucking mean to my kids sometimes, and I'm a good-hearted person. I'm a fucking nice person, but I was not nice because I was so irritable all the time, because I just could not handle this. I could not handle being alive with myself and all the all the just crazy thoughts, not like insane thoughts, but really, really negative, really, really awful thoughts about myself. And so, anyway, I was sitting out on the step, and I was just feeling awful, and I was like, I'm a worthless piece of crap. And my dog came up to me, Juno, and she looked at me, and she just had this, it was pure love. She was like, you are the greatest person in the world. I could see that in her eyes. We have a bond, man. Like, I know what she's thinking. When I get near her, I have telepathy with her. It's fucking amazing. It's so cool. And this is how we just developed this bond, and we were both suffering and healing at the same time. She came from a home where she was beaten. I could tell by a man as well. So, like, she was healing from like the same kind of trauma. I guess that kind of brought this about or whatever. But yeah, she looked at me, and she just had unconditional love in her eyes. I could do no wrong. I was amazing. I was so beautiful. I was exactly what she wanted to see and who she wanted to be around. And that was so fucking incredible. That's probably one of the things that saved my life. She looked at me and she just loved me. And totally no judgment at all. Like, didn't matter that I was so cranky and just I didn't want to be around anyone, because yeah, I was like, I'm gonna bring you down, you know. I don't want to be around anyone because I care about these people and I don't want to bring them down because I'm so low. But Juno, she just looked at me and just loved me so much in that moment, and she continues to, and that was one of the most amazing things. That's one of the things that, you know, I still had crazy anxiety after that, but looking back, you know, I knew that I had someone or something out there that would love me no matter how awful I got. She loved me so because I couldn't love me. We always need someone, I think, in our lives that can love us even when we can't love ourselves. You might have someone like that, and I think, and I hope you do have someone like that. If you don't have someone like that, ask the universe, I think, to maybe give you an animal guide or something like that. Because anyway, I'm getting off topic. I just wanted to say that it will end. It will be over. A lot of the time when I would have a freak out, I had a boyfriend at the time, and he totally understood anxiety as well. He had it as well. So sometimes we were like, kind of at each other when we both had, not like in a bad way, just both of us would have anxiety at the same time, and we wouldn't really fight, but it was just like this tenseness and stuff like that. But we usually if someone else was having a freak out, the other one would be able to be there for that person. So I had my dog, and I had really good understanding and support, and I had a counselor. And I suggest you seek those out, because, you know, like if you're at the bottom, sometimes you need some help up. I was at the bottom twice, in two different ways, but one time I had to build myself up, and the other time I had loving support and help. But you know what? You know what? You're gonna have to take that. I think take that loving support, even if you don't feel worthy of it. I had something to kind of just get my fucking head on straight, you know, get my act together, just stop wallowing because I have kids, and I don't, you know, I know that you don't have kids, but we can all find something to live for, or to get our shit together for. And you know what? Just the pure fact of living life is so hard to explain. Just like I remember, and I still deal with anxiety every day. Some days it's worse, some days it's better. I'm doing really, really good. But what was I saying? But I lost my train of thought. It's really, really late. But I just wanted to say that it does pass. Oh, that's what I was saying. God, I got really off topic. I'm sorry. So I was saying that whenever I would have an anxiety attack, whenever it was just so high that I was just fucking just had to just scream and just freak out on something. Usually it was something you know, there was ice at the time because it was kind of winter, springish. That was awesome. Breaking ice. Oh, that's nice. Breaking ice is very nice. Anyway, after I'd get to that point, or just during that point or whatever, I would just have to wait it out. And usually when I was waiting it out, I watched a movie. Just a movie where I didn't fucking have to think. Something to just just a movie to pass the time. A movie is a good 2 hours, and you don't really have to think. You know, pick one that's, you know, pretty engrossing, that you're not gonna judge the whole time. You know, and just cause sometimes I would get on topics watch funny stuff. Watch C.K. Lewis. Watch funny stuff. The opposite to anxiety, I've said this before, is laughter. I swear to God, laughter friggin' saved my life too. The opposite to anxiety is laughter. If you can find something funny when you're having anxiety, it's awesome. It's really, really great. It totally switches that that shitty perception of the world off, or lessens it a lot. It's just amazing. It's totally like magical laughter, or magical medicine, laughter. So it does pass, but yeah, usually it's just a time thing. Also, like what my counselor said to me was that my level of, well, people who are not mine right now probably, but mine's less, but mine last year and yours right now, are just like really, really sensitive. We're really sensitive. Like, our levels of, I'm not explaining this very well. Anyway, there's like no buffer. There's like no buffer. Our sensitivity, it's like being allergic, kind of, I guess. You know, like if people are allergic to peanuts, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like we go into anaphylactic anxiety. But it's, you know, like just, that's how I felt, is like, you know, any kind of situation where there was some kind of variable, which is like fucking all the time, my anxiety would just spike. And so it's like you can't, it's like my world was filled with peanuts, you know, and I'm allergic to peanuts, you know. So I felt like I couldn't go anywhere without just like being constricted. I couldn't be in my own head without like, just like feeling like someone is reaching down my throat and just like choking me and choking my heart too. That's the thing that scared me the most. I was like, I can't fucking feel. I can't feel with my heart. What am I supposed to do? That's how I felt. That was my compass my entire life. So I had to actually develop my logical side a little bit more, which actually really helped me as well. So yeah, give it time. If you can't love yourself right now, find someone who can. If you can't find anyone, you know what? Fuck that. You can find someone. You can find someone, you know? We can all find someone. And I'm sure if I met you, I think you'd probably be pretty awesome. Now I'm getting social anxiety. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest there. I said, what I meant to say was, if you can't find anyone in your circle, which I'm sure you probably can, that will show you unconditional love. You know what? I can show you unconditional love. And you know what is so beautiful? And I really, really love this. I learned this in Theta, just doing Theta and stuff like that. That's helped a lot as well. But that, like, I can give people unconditional love. But it's not from me. You know, I'm not having to give a part of myself. I can give people unconditional love, like, because I am a vessel for the source. I feel funny saying that because of all the stuff attached to it, I think. Anyway, man, I think too much when I talk. I'm like, I talk and then I'm like, well, let's analyze that. Let's look at that. Just no, why can't I just talk? Stupid brain. Well, no, it's not stupid. I just have to acknowledge what it's doing. I just have to say, hey, brain, I see what you're doing. Shut up. Let me be peaceful, you know? Anyway, inner dialogue is really important, I think, as well. You know, you gotta check your mind. Your mind will fucking just go nuts if you don't check it. And you just gotta be like, I see you, mind. I see what you're doing. Thank you. Thanks for trying to create problems and then solve them all day fucking long. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's long. That's so much energy. No wonder you're sleeping so much. Jeez, trying to solve all your problems that you're creating in your head all day long. Like, I know what that's like. I did the same thing every friggin' day. Just like my life on the outside, my life on the outside was exactly the same as it is now. And it's probably a little bit better, actually. I had a boyfriend. That's And, you know, but my life now is so much better because it's honestly just a shift in perception. My perception of my life has shifted to, you know, certain realizations. Time does heal if you allow yourself to just, like, whatever is happening, it is happening. It might be hell, it might be shitty, but it's happening and it will pass. Everything eventually does pass. The thing is to kind of survive through it and try to learn as much as you can. Is there any other realizations that I've made? Yeah, just about the suffering. You know, I heard on the radio, CBC. I really like listening to CBC. Sometimes they're a little heavy. Oh, I only have 2 minutes left. Okay, I gotta say this fast. Connect with the earth, Qigong, man. Just honestly, I will make another video because I only have 2 minutes. Show you some Qigong moves if you want them. Because holy crap, that stuff changed my life as well. Just like I was having an anxiety attack. I went outside, I did some Qigong. 10 minutes later, I came in and I was like, that's a different world. It is just a different world around. And anyway, God, I can't remember what I was saying before that. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, I really wish I could. That's okay. Yeah, just hang in there. I think you're beautiful. Inside and out. And I send you unconditional love. Oh, that's what else I was gonna say. Yay, it came to me. I'm a theta healing practitioner. I don't really practice on anyone. I practice on myself and sometimes my kids. But it's working on core beliefs, and most people have a core belief of unworthiness. So I could help you with that if you want to. It's up to you. Honestly, it's all up to you. Like the whole thing. Your mindset is up to you. It's, you know, it's a decision, I guess. You know what? I always say that. It's not true all the time. Sometimes it's just fucking happening to you and you gotta wait it out. To be honest, I want to be all new age and stuff, but no, just, you know, research some things like that are actually, go to a counselor. A counselor will help. You know, you still gotta do the work. But they will give you some information, some knowledge. Learn to love yourself again. And forgive yourself for hating yourself. Eventually, when you can.